Okay, thank you guys for bearing with me again. You guys are awesome. You know, sometimes there's technical difficulties around here and it happens, but I really wanted to come to you because something always happens where I get this like spark of like what I need to learn about, and I go down like this rabbit hole of like researching how to be more into what I'm feeling, you know, like you come up with a topic and you're like, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. And then you just go down this rabbit hole of just trying to research it, right? So that was me. So I personally like to share with you guys what I go through, because if I'm feeling it, then there's a chance you might be feeling it, right? And if you don't already know this, if you missed this before, I unfollowed you guys on Facebook because I wanted to be focused on myself and I didn't want to be comparing myself to anyone else. I wanted my post to be original, and I found myself doing a lot of copy paste and rearranging things, but it wasn't really me. So I started to unfollow you guys. So again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not calling anyone out because I have no idea if you're experiencing this or not. But this is just something that I am going through. So what happened to me was over the weekend, one of my husband's friends was saying, I love how you post things like how your side hustle became your full-time thing, because it's true. And he said, I love watching you guys live your best life, because you really are. Like what I put out there and what I share and what I'm posting about and things like, you know, we're creating a life we don't need a vacation from. That's really my life. That is not me just trying to get people to join my team or to thrive with me. That's real life. So like, what can you do to make your content original, to get people to relate to you and realize that about you? I thought that was really cool that he mentioned that, because I didn't know he was even watching. So you never know if he might turn into a promoter one day because he is watching what I'm doing. So keeping it real is like the number one thing that you can do. But how do you do that if you're always looking at all these other successful leaders and you're like, well, she really is living that life, so I can't share that because I'm not. I'm still stuck in my job. I'm still stuck, you know, doing whatever it is that you're stuck doing, and you don't feel like you are that person. So how can you share it if you can't prove that you're actually doing it? Please let me know if you can relate to that, because like I said, I don't know if you guys are feeling this way or if it's just me, but this was just something that I felt. So the first advice I'm going to give you is, don't follow everyone. If you're following all these Thrive leaders, then it gets into your head that you're like, they're so much more successful than me. They're so much smarter than me. They have a bigger network than me. And you get into your head that, why would someone listen to me if, you know, they could go to that person who knows more, who's more successful, who has a bigger network, who really is doing these things, or who really does have a big house, who really does have, you know, got to quit their job because of this. When you're following those people, you automatically get into your head. So I'm not telling you to unfriend them. You can still be friends with them on Facebook. And if you want to see what they're up to, go to their page and just check out their page. But don't get in your head and compare yourself to somebody else, because you all have a story. So what I want to talk to you about is, you know, how to overcome that, how to move past that. And I want you to remember why you started thriving in the first place. Where were you before the Thrive experience? What were you feeling? What was your life like? Are you more outgoing now than you were before your Thrive experience? Would you have ever got on and spoke live on your Facebook before your Thrive experience? Or maybe it's because you felt so good that you just wanted to share this with people, and you just were like passion on fire, and you just couldn't stop and you couldn't help but share this with people. What is it about this business that made you excited to begin with? Try and go back to that. Try and go back to feeling like you did, you know, in the beginning. But then I want you to try to go back and find a picture of yourself back then, before you decided to do this. Not just a full body picture of yourself. Like, I'm not telling you to go find, you know, a before and after of your body to show your size change or weight loss or whatever. That is not what I'm asking you to do. I want you to go back and find a picture of your smile from before you started thriving. And I can promise you, if you put your smile side by side to what you look like now, the glow up is your own. You can't compare that to anyone else. You cannot, yeah, you can share like Courtney Glaser and her amazing weight loss and her smile, you know, success, change. But you have your own, and you have to remember that people want to relate to you, and it's important to share other people's experiences so that they maybe can relate to their story. But you guys each have your own transformation. You have each made progress in your life, and it is visible in your face, the way your eyes light up when you smile, the way your skin is glowing more now. This is like your own thing that no one can take from you. Nobody can share it, or people can share it, but nobody else has that change. So please take the time to go back and take a screenshot or save the picture or whatever of how your smile used to look before you were thriving, and use that. Be your own transformation. It's Transformation Tuesday on every Tuesday, right? And people post before and afters. But do you have your own? Like, be your own. Like, that's going to be the number one thing that people can relate to, and nobody can take that from you. And then, you know, you're not comparing yourself to other people that way. Also, maybe you're like looking at your pages or your pictures side by side, and you're like, well, you know, I don't really see much of a change. Start today. Take a picture today of your smile. Go out in the sunlight and take a picture so that in a couple of weeks you can put it side by side. I personally loved something that I learned at the Cuss and Discuss Leader Retreat about how you should take your job, your everyday job, and turn it into how to run your business. So this never occurred to me, guys. Never occurred to me. I've been doing this for 5 years, right? I'm a hairstylist. I never ever thought to use my business, my salon business, my hair business as my Thrive business gateway. I never thought to do that. I always kept them separate. So for me, I started using the hair peptide gel because, guys, people are going to listen to me when I show my results because I do hair. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm confident in that subject because I've been doing it for 15 years. I know what to say. And when people ask me questions, I'm confident in my answer. So what is it that you do that you can be so confident in that you can tie it into this? I'm looking at Dawn's beautiful picture. Okay. Are you a nurse? Like, what do you know that you can share with people that you can tie it into your business? Like, you're in health and wellness. You can share how exhausted you might be with the world going on right now and how this is helping you get through it. And you can provide scientific reasons why, because you understand it. If you are a stay-at-home mom, like, hello, how are you getting through your day? Post about it all day long, like all day long, and just be you. Like there is, I'm looking at Danielle's name. I'm just calling you guys out because I see that you're on here. Danielle works night shift. Like, how many people have been like, well, I work third shift, so how can I take my Thrive if I sleep different hours and my schedule's messed up? Hello, that is like an amazing way to get people to relate to you because you understand it, because you are in it, right? So do what you can with what you already know, because then you're not sharing somebody else's experience, you're not sharing somebody else's life, right? You're sharing your own thing. And also it helps you be confident in what you're talking about. So same thing with me. I'm going to start talking more about how the hair peptide gel, it actually is working. Like, I can't even believe the way my hair feels. It is amazing. But why didn't I think to do that before? Like, I mean, I just feel like I wasted so much time not doing that. Also, you want to provide value to people who are following you. So if you're watching this, you're taking the time to invest in yourself, to invest in your business, to invest in your mindset, right? This is not the only Zoom you've ever been on, right? You've been on other ones. Have you ever taken notes in a Zoom because somebody said something that struck a nerve to you and you were like, I'm gonna write that down because I want to remember that? Like, have you ever been there? Because you want to provide people with something that they can relate to too. So, okay, who on here has other network marketers on their Facebook? Like, are you following anyone else, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's makeup, whether it's 31 bags, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, if you have somebody else on your Facebook who's a network marketer, do you ever think to yourself, like, man, if they were on my team, we would kill this together. If I could get them to come to the Thrive Life, like, they would be a rock star here, because not only will they feel good for real, like they actually will feel good, but they understand the business already. And if they understood how well we get paid over here, it would be a no-brainer, right? What are you putting out there for people to relate to in that aspect? Take notes on these Zooms. Watch the Lunch and Grow Zoom later today, this afternoon, and take notes and then share them to your Facebook. If somebody says something that provides value to your business, share that on Facebook. Other network marketers are going to see that and they're going to think, wow, that's actually really smart. Or, you know what, I can relate to that. They're going to take that and they're going to continue to follow you. They're going to continue to watch you. But you have to provide value to people. You can't just be sharing Lavelle's posts all day or sharing somebody else's posts all day, copy and pasting somebody else's content, because people don't understand who you are or where you're coming from. But when you get on there and say something like, and I'm going to give you a quote that I actually got from church, okay? No one cares how much you know. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. People don't care how much information you have until they know that you care about them. So nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. That was like, okay, yeah, I learned that at church, but that could be useful in my business too. So I wrote that down. These are things, if you hear something, something comes to mind and you like, it means something to you, then it's going to mean something to somebody else. And when you share that, that is when people want to follow you. People want to see what you're doing. People want to do what you're doing. And guys, this is the first time I ever took notes on my phone of what I wanted to say. I don't know if you can see all of this, but my phone keeps, closing down. I keep having to use my password to get into my notes. And this is just, I won't do this again. I'll continue writing them down so I don't lose track here. Okay. And along with that, okay, like, don't spend so much time trying to figure out like who you are. Like, a lot of times I hear people saying like, well, I don't know what to post. Like, what do I post? Because, it doesn't have to be thrive 24/7. If you're working on your mindset, share it. If you're going to make a recipe later that you found on Pinterest, share it. If you need recipe ideas, ask for them. If you make any sort of crafts, do a video of how you're doing it and do it on like warp speed so you can like show like how the whole process is in a short clip. Anything that you're doing throughout your day, that's what you post. I know you guys are not just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. You're doing something throughout your day. Are you making breakfast for your kids? Are you packing their lunches? Are you cleaning their room when they're gone because you can get it done faster than they can? Like, are you coming up with chore charts for your kids? You know, are you working 12 straight hours and then coming home and feeling like, wow, I worked really hard today, but I'm still not exhausted because my nutrition keeps me on point? Like, what are you doing? Whatever it is, share that every single day. You should share something that you are personally doing for yourself every single day. Also, your confidence speaks volumes. So how many on here know like their Thrive experience changed their life? Like, you know that nobody can tell you that it doesn't work because it works for you. So you know Thrive works and this is what it's done for me, and you're confident in it, right? But then when somebody asks you like, hey, what is that sticker on your arm? You're instantly like, I don't know what to say. You're instantly like, you shut down and you're like, well, I don't really know. Like, guys, if you can just be vulnerable in that moment instead of spewing out, it's all these vitamins and minerals and amino acids and it's got vitamin, blah, blah, blah. People don't care. They don't care. Like I said before, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Turn it right into, oh my gosh, this sticker changed my life. Because did it? Like, did it really change your life? Just say that. Oh my gosh, this is my Thrive. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but oh my gosh, it's changed my life. And then you say, I used to hit the snooze button 20 times and then drink 3 pots of coffee and I still wasn't awake. And now I don't have to do that. Now I get to wake up and get on team Zooms before my kids have to even wake up in the morning. Like, those are things that I am confident about because I really do live it. So you don't have to share what Thrive can do for someone else. You can share what it's done for you, and that's when you're relatable. That's when you're real. That's when people can understand what you're talking about. So be vulnerable with it. Say, I have no idea what's in this sticker, but I know what it's done for me. I don't know really what, like, just be honest. Like, people just want honesty. Like, I remember when I first started and people would ask me and I would just like, I don't know. I would just say, I don't know. What is that? I don't know what it is, guys. I have no idea what it is. But let me tell you, I've been organizing my kids' clothes. I've been throwing away things that don't fit anymore. I was deep cleaning the kitchen when my husband came home. There was pots and pans everywhere because I thought I was going to reorganize, and I just felt good. That's what you share. Don't get so scientific that people don't care. They don't care. They really don't care what it is. They just want to know what it can do for them. And then if you get those people who can relate to your story, who do what you do, if you're a nurse, you can relate to other nurses. I'm a hairstylist. I relate to other hairstylists. Hello, Shantae. Hey, like, she gets me. I can relate to her. Like, she knows what I'm talking about when I talk about keeping up with clients because she feels that too. Relate to people who understand what you're going through because that is going to be your most powerful tool, is what you already know. But when you say, oh, I don't really know what this sticker is, then it's kind of like, ooh, well, I don't want it either. Like, do you want to order makeup from somebody who doesn't really know what it is? Or do you want to order makeup from somebody who does their own makeup really great and they show before and afters of their skin? And like, who would you want to order Thrive from? And why did you choose the person that you chose? Like, were they living their Thrive life out loud? Were they talking confidently about what they had? Or were they just like, I don't really know what it is, but you should try it. Like, it's so important that you keep in mind that your confidence speaks louder than anything. If I came to you right now and I just was like, hey guys, what are you guys struggling with? Let me help you. Like, that is not motivating. That is not exciting. That is not engaging whatsoever. Like, please take the time to just be loud and proud about your experience. And the people who can relate to you, those are the people you want on your team because it makes it even more fun because you guys can relate to each other. Let me see what else I have here. kind of going hand in hand with what I was talking about earlier, where a friend had said, I love seeing you post things because I know you're actually doing them. Like, make sure your audio and your video match up. Like, don't be one person on Facebook and then somebody else in real life. That is like the worst thing you can do for your business. You guys, people will see you and follow you on Facebook, and then they'll meet you in real life and you're quiet and shy and you don't say anything. That is the opposite of what you want to do. If you're quiet and shy in public, you can do that on Facebook too. You can be quiet and shy on Facebook if you are that in real life. You can make a post and say, guys, I'm really terrible at talking to people in public, but I want to share with you on here what I know that Thrive has done for me. And then when somebody meets you in person, they'll be like, I know you said you were shy, but you did really good on that live video. Or you know, just be real. Don't try to portray something that you're not. It's just easier and more relatable if you're just vulnerable and honest with how you are all the time. That's what people love. And I've used this analogy before, but I'll say it again in case you are new here. But if you go to a restaurant, right, and the server is taking forever, she keeps forgetting to refill your drinks, you want to order something else, but she hasn't come back to your table, you're ready to leave, but she won't bring you your check, and you're like, where is this girl at? You start to get frustrated, right? You're speaking with whoever you're having dinner or lunch or breakfast with, and you're like, man, this girl needs to get her shit together because she is just like taking forever. You judge her, right? You're judging her. But if she comes back and she says, guys, I'm so sorry. This is my first day. I'm really trying here, but just please, I'm letting you know in advance. It's my first day. I'm doing the best I can. Just be patient with me and, you know, we'll get this figured out together. Then you automatically take that judgment and throw it away because you can relate to her. You know what it's like to have a first day somewhere. You know what it's like to not know everything. So if you just come out with it and say, I have no idea what's in this stuff that I take every day, but I know how it makes me feel. And if you just want to chat with me, I can answer your questions. Together, we'll figure it out. But if you're just honest and you just say, you know, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know somebody who's going to help me answer your questions, people relate to that and it makes them take a step back. If you are using group chats and somebody asks you a question, and instead of saying, I don't know the answer, so I'm going to help you get the answers to that question, instead you say, well, can I put you in a group chat with my upline because she's going to know the answer to this? Then they're like, oh, no, upline, yuck, I do not want to be in your business. I just wanted to know, like, what's in the shake. That is when you say, like, hey, I don't know the answer to that because I'm still really new. So I'm going to get those answers for you if that's okay. And then they say yes. And then you go to the group chat and you say, hey, Samantha, this is my friend. She is wondering about what's in the shake. I don't know all these answers. Can you help me answer these questions? And being vulnerable to them makes them take a step back, be relaxed, take that judgment off of the situation and listen and participate. So it just is a matter of being vulnerable and honest. And sometimes you guys, you don't even have to say, like, I should say what I like to do is say that I don't know the answer, even if I already do. Because when you put that vulnerability out there and they can relate, it just makes things better. A lot of times it is somebody with like a scientific question that I know that Tammy would be able to explain better. I might understand it in my brain, but getting it out there to someone else to understand, it just comes better from Tammy because she explains it simple and quick. So I'll just be honest about that. Like, I have a friend who can explain this so much better than me. I'm going to have her help me answer your questions. And it's like, okay, like, that's good. You can relate to that. Let's see. I think that's essentially like all I had as far as imposter syndrome. I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know, like, don't compare yourself to other leaders. because you're going to be discouraged. Follow like your level 1 downline so that you can help them and encourage them on their post. But don't follow a million leaders that are 200Ks, because nobody knows what a 200K is except for us. Like, the people that are following them, they don't know what it means to be a 200K leader. Their rank is not important. If it doesn't matter to anyone else, it shouldn't matter to you. If you need inspiration, then go look at somebody's page. But if you're following them, that's all you're seeing on your feed, and then it gets discouraging. When you need an idea, go to their page. You're still friends or whatever. You can go there, look at what they've been up to, get an idea for a post, and then go back to your own page with your own people who are following you because they know, like, and trust you. So don't compare yourself to other leaders. Be your own transformation. Find a selfie, a picture of you smiling before Thrive, and compare it to you today and show people what it looks like to feel better. If you don't already, or if you don't feel like you have that much of a transformation, start today. Another thing you can do, guys, is just be a product of the product. If you are like feeling stuck and nobody's talking to you and nobody's answering your messages and nobody's commenting on your stuff, take that time to work on yourself, not just your personal development, which is extremely important, my favorite thing to do, but work on something you can do to be a better thriver. Change your DFT and share about it. I know Courtney just did that. She shared about the Ultra and she had tons of comments. She was honest and vulnerable and real, like, hey, I haven't been paying attention to how this has made me feel, and holy crap, this is like a life changer, right? It can be something as simple as that. It could be something as simple or as big as signing up to run a half marathon, even though you've never run a mile in your life. But you're like, you know what? I am ready for a transformation. I know that Thrive can help me. I need to get even more healthy. So if I do this and post about it, you can take people with you on your journey. Start something new. Join a new workout class. Whatever it may be that is different and new that you can share before and afters about, that your Thrive experience can help you with. That is what, oh, sorry if I lost you guys. Hold on. Crazy things are happening. It wants me to upgrade my Zoom. But do something to have a transformation that you can share about. I'm doing the hair peptide gel right now. That's my transformation that I'm doing that I want to share about. I took before pictures and now I'm getting after pictures, and it's something to talk about. So if you're feeling like you need to be re-inspired, do something new that you can share about that Thrive helped you with. Getting healthier, number one, is the best thing you can talk about as a thriver. What if your transformation is, I'm going to do a 10-day water challenge and I'm going to make sure that I drink a gallon of water every single day for the next 10 days. Who's with me? Who wants to do this with me? Let's talk about this together. It doesn't have to be something difficult. It can be something simple, just as simple as drinking water. But do things that make you a product of the product that you're using. So don't compare yourself. Be your own transformation. Start a new transformation and be vulnerable. Be real with people. Provide them with stuff that can help them. Yeah, okay, so you're talking to people about the Thrive experience and how it's changing you and what they can do to have their transformation or to do it with you. But also talk to those network marketers. Do something every day. Listen to the Zooms until you find something that piques your interest. Take notes and share your notes, not just with your team, but with your Facebook. If somebody says something inspirational to you, share it. Share tips on going live. Like if you like going live, there's people who do. Get on there and say, I'm sharing my 5 favorite tips for going live today, and who's going to join you? People who need help going live. Do you think anyone likes going live? No, nobody does. So if you're sharing about it, people are going to be like, ooh, I wonder what she can say that I don't already know, and they're going to watch and they're going to start following you. Live videos are so important. Just say something. The least you can do is just say something, but just share what interests you. If you are a dog mom, like share about your dog. Like, I don't know if you, I don't know, recipes, routines with your kids, hairstyles, health tips if you are a nurse or whatever. If you're a stay-at-home mom, why don't you do an organization challenge and do some, like, come up with something that you can do that you're confident in, that you can provide value to, and also have fun with. So I hope you guys got something from this. I just know, like I said at the beginning, I like to share what I'm going through in case you guys are going through the same thing also. I have ideas about, you know, changing transformations and doing things like that, and I just wanted to share them with you guys in case you needed some sort of spark of interest. Please take the time to go and look at all the product spotlight albums in our team page. I've been working really hard on those. But if you guys have any pictures of any, if you have a picture of any product line that you love and there's a photo album for it, please add to those. Those are for you guys to use and to share with each other. So if you have a graphic of something that you love, please contribute to those. Some of those albums are really sad. Some of them have like 1 or 2 pictures. By all means, that is for you guys to share with each other. Get in there and comment what you love about it. This is a tool for you to help understand and educate yourself about each product, but also to share with other people. So if somebody asks about balance and what it is, you can go to the balance album and read what people are saying about it and find a picture and all the things. So please use that as a business tool for yourself. I've worked really hard on that and I'm proud of it. So by all means, use it to grow and to learn. And I cannot wait for you guys to start doing these. I can't wait for you to start sharing your own tips, share things that inspire you, share things that are transforming you. Like, it's Monday, let's start with a fresh, clean slate and just go out there and do something that you love and then share it with the world. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I know it's early. It's only 6:41 a.m. here in Arizona. I've already taken the dog out and got myself ready, got my Thrive in, already watched some personal development. I came live to you guys. I'm going to go wake my kids up, get them ready for school. Like, this is life and this is good. This is the good stuff. So I'm so happy I'm not laying over there hitting snooze until my kids are like, Mom, is it time to wake up yet? Like, nobody wants to live like that. So share what Thrive is doing for you personally that you know and you like and you love. And if you need more ideas on what you should be saying or what you could talk about, by all means, ask me. I'm happy to help you come up with some content and things to share. So thank you guys for taking the time to hop on here. I appreciate you, especially so I'm not talking to myself. That's like the worst when you think that nobody's listening. So thank you for hopping on live. Thank you if you're watching the replay for taking the time to do what's necessary for your business. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.